Narmer. Narmer was the first to bring Upper and Lower Egypt together around 31,000 BCE. This unification made him the first pharaoh and started Egypt's first dynasty. By uniting these regions, Narmer set the foundation for an empire that would last for thousands of years. The Narmer palette, an ancient artifact, shows him wearing the crowns of both regions, symbolizing his power and the beginning of Egypt's greatness. Djoser. Djoser is famous for building the step pyramid at Saqqara, the first large stone structure in history. This pyramid marked the start of Egypt's golden age of building. His architect, Amenhotep, was so brilliant that he was later worshipped as a god of wisdom. Djoser's reign set the stage for the massive pyramids that came later, showing Egypt's skill in building and engineering. Khufu. Khufu is best known for the Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 2589 BCE. This pyramid was the tallest man-made structure for thousands of years, and is still standing today. It's a symbol of ancient Egypt's power and skill. Though we don't know much about Khufu himself, his pyramid tells us about his huge ambitions and the incredible achievements of ancient Egypt. Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut was one of the few female pharaohs in Egypt. She ruled as a king and focused on building amazing temples and expanding trade. Her reign brought wealth and peace to Egypt. The temple she built at Deir el-Bahri is still considered one of the most beautiful in Egypt. Hatshepsut's time as ruler was marked by prosperity and great cultural achievements. Thutmose III. Thutmose III, often called the Napoleon of Egypt, was a warrior pharaoh who expanded Egypt's empire through many successful military campaigns. He also supported the arts, leaving behind many impressive monuments. Thutmose III's reign marked the height of Egypt's power and influence. His military skills and leadership made him one of the most celebrated pharaohs in Egypt's history. Akhenaten. Akhenaten is known for changing Egypt's religion by focusing worship on one god, Aten, the sun disk. He even moved the capital to a new city, Akhenaten. His reign brought religious and artistic changes, but after he died, Egypt returned to its old gods. Although his changes didn't last, Akhenaten's impact on history is still remembered, as he dared to challenge Egypt's long-standing traditions. Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun, the boy king, ruled for a short time but became famous when his tomb was discovered in 1922, filled with treasures. During his reign, Egypt returned to its old gods after the changes Akhenaten made. Although he died young, Tutankhamun's name became one of the most famous in ancient history because of the incredible treasures and mysteries found in his tomb. Ramses II. Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, ruled for 66 years and became one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs. He is known for his military campaigns and the massive building projects he led, like the temples at Abu Simbel. His reign was a time of great prosperity for Egypt. Ramses I's legacy as one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs continues to be celebrated even today. Cleopatra VII. Cleopatra VII was the last pharaoh of Egypt and is known for her intelligence and charm. She formed strong alliances with Roman leaders Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Cleopatra's reign ended in tragedy with her defeat by Octavian and her famous suicide. Her death marked the end of ancient Egypt as a kingdom and the beginning of Roman rule, making her one of history's most memorable figures. Sneferu. Sneferu was a pharaoh known for building the first true smooth-sided pyramid, the Red Pyramid. He experimented with pyramid construction, and his work laid the foundation for the Great Pyramid of Giza. Sneferu's reign was marked by a push to create monumental architecture that would define Egypt's legacy for centuries. His efforts in pyramid building set a new standard for what was possible in ancient engineering. Amenhotep III. Amenhotep III's reign was a time of peace, wealth, and cultural achievement. He oversaw an empire that stretched far beyond Egypt's borders. Amenhotep built many grand structures, including the Luxor Temple. His reign is often seen as a high point in Egypt's history, with flourishing arts and architecture that still impress today. Amenhotep's era is remembered as one of cultural and artistic greatness. Ahmose I. Ahmose I was the pharaoh who reunited Egypt after driving out the Hyksos invaders. He started the 18th dynasty and began the New Kingdom, a period of renewed strength and prosperity for Egypt. His reign marked the start of Egypt's golden age, with military successes and a revival of the country's power. Ahmose I's leadership restored Egypt's dominance and set the stage for centuries of stability. Shabaka. Shabaka was a Nubian pharaoh who ruled around 721 to 707 BCE. He aimed to restore Egypt's former glory by reunifying the country and bringing back old traditions from the Old and Middle Kingdoms. Shabaka's reign saw a revival in monumental architecture and a renewed focus on worshipping Amun. His efforts led to a brief resurgence of Egyptian power before the country eventually fell to the Assyrians.